Good morning. Today I'm going to do a incentive travel lesson with you. I broke incentive travel up into 3 different lessons so that it's not too long for you to download. But let's start. Incentive travel. What is incentive travel? Incentive travel is something that you work for, you win a prize. And that is the nicest thing to do. So for instance, I said in Texas, I'm going to stick you to a movie for the first 5 best students that have 80% plus. Yes, you would work a little bit harder because the price is good, but it's not that good. If I say to you, okay, in Texas, the first 6 students that have an average of 85% plus by the end of the semester, we will take you on a cruise to Zanzibar or the Portuguese islands, doesn't matter. What will you do? You will not miss a class. You will be in the class because you want to be on a cruise ship. Why? It is a nice destination that we're going to, and it's a nice experience because you did never ever experience that. So you will work harder, and I can tell you I will have much more distinctions. So, and at the end of the day, you would be very happy if you win the prize. But even if you didn't win the prize, you will still benefit because your results, because you worked harder, will be much better than it would have been. I can tell you that, isn't it true? Now, if they ask you for a definition of incentive travel, you can say it includes a holiday or a trip. You will get 1 mark for that. And it's a reward for good performance. It's a win-win situation for the boss as well as for the employees. Why for the boss? Because he get the money, more money in. There's for the employer, they work harder, they earn more money, they earn more commission, so they can lift themselves up in life. And it's also a method of good motivation for the staff to work harder and to attend to their work. And there's also more revenue for the company. So you will be fine by mentioning it and study it for more or less for 3 to 5 marks. The partnership. Who is in this partnership with the incentive travel? It is the company and it is the agency. The company is responsible for a few things and the agency is responsible. Please know that what is the agency responsibilities and also what is the company's responsibility. They ask you those type of questions in the exam. Let's look. What is the company's responsibility? It's the nature of the competition, the duration of the competition, who may participate, because they know the best. They know their company and they know who can participate. The number of winners, the nature of the holiday, and the length of the holiday. What is the agent's responsibility? All the booking is the agency's responsibility. That is like transport, accommodation, meals, promotions. So all the accommodation or booking arrangements. And that you will find on page 29 in your textbook. Then we get, Impy Maslow. Now, we can't get away from Maslow. You've learned from Maslow in N4, in communication. And I think you also got it in N5 communication. Yeah, you don't have communication in N6, but you get a Maslow. Now, Maslow's hierarchy, it is on page 31. Please remember in the exam that if they ask you to compare Maslow's hierarchy with the incentive travel, guys, please remember when you explain Maslow's hierarchy, explain it with the triangle. Draw the triangle. You get 1 mark for just drawing the triangle. Even if you don't know anything of Maslow, you will get that 1 mark for drawing the triangle. Then you divide it in 5 stages. Obviously, stage 1 is the biological and sociological needs, the safety, the belongingness, the esteem needs, and the self-actualization. So please draw that triangle and explain each stage in the stage. You can do it there. And it's not a long explanation. You just write it down as it is in the textbook. Then you will get your marks. Now, when you have to describe or compare, actually, the incentive travel of it, you also mention the steps. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. And it must talk to Maslow's hierarchy. So for number 1, for instance, you will say, employees work harder to win the trip. That is the basic needs of incentive travel. Number 2, it is the safety part. Enough money is earned. Now he can install an alarm. Can you see? You need to write something. What can he do with that money? He worked more. He earned more money. Now he can actually now buy an alarm for the house. Stage 3, it's belongingness. Now he is part of a group. He belongs to a group because he's competing with them. That is the belongingness. Step 4 is esteem needs. Esteem, you win. You've got this prestige. And even if you didn't win, you did much better. And you can be proud of yourself. So that is your esteem needs. And number 5, you earn enough money to fulfill your dreams. Maybe your dream is opening my own business. And then you can open your own business. But remember, your dreams, or everybody's dreams are not the same. The one dream can be, I want to own my own business. I want to be a successful businessman. I want to be a loving husband to my family. I want to tour the world. Now you've got the opportunity to do that. And also, please, you need to know the steps. And in the exam, they can also give you a sentence. And then you must say, where does the sentence fit in? Is it esteem needs? Is it belongingness? Is it safety? So remember that you studied that way around as well. So please know Maslow's steps of hierarchy and remember the triangle. Now, why is incentive travel so important? And that is the part that you need to give the agency. The benefits to the employer, you will find it on page 32. It motivates the staff. It reduces absenteeism. The company goals are met. The level of productivity increases and the public image of the company is enhanced. Now in the exam, you need to look and read the question. Do they ask you name the benefits or do they ask you name and explain the benefits? If they ask name, you just name it. And if they ask explain, please remember you need to explain it. But you will find everything on page 32. The benefits to the employees. It improves the knowledge of the employees. The winners get recognition. Employees interact with one another. Self-confidence improve, boost morale of the employees, and it's a sense of achievement. Also here, read the question. Is it name or is it name and explain? And that you will find on page 33. So know them. And people, you can even think for yourself. If you're doing something, if you think of the basic needs where you did the comparison, there you will already have the benefits to the employee. The employee works harder, is part of the group. In other words, it boosts his self-confidence. Now he can talk to people. So try to keep that comparison always so that you can answer your questions and that you understand the work actually much better. Now, identify the target market of the incentive travel. Now, people, your target market for incentive travel and your target market for business travel is really very much the same. Compare the two and study the ones that is exactly the same so that you don't have to double study. But know at least 7 of them as well. The target market you find on page 36. It is banks, it is law firms, it is car rental companies, but go and please look at it and make sure that you can give the names through. You don't need to explain it. They just want to know what is your target market, and then you just mention the target market. Now that is the end of the first lesson. What I want you to go and do, in your textbook, you will see there's definition blocks. It is a D, and then it is in the block. Let me just quickly see if I can find one. Yeah, there's one. You got, there's a little bit, you can see there's a D and there's a block. What you need to do, please just go and read those blocks so that you just keep it in the back of your mind. Because I picked up in certain exam papers, the examiner asks something, it's not necessarily something that you studied, but it is in one of the definition blocks. So it was something that they mentioned there. So just go and read it so that you understand that part as well. And then if you get the question in the exam, you won't be flabbergasted. You will be able to answer the question. I want you now, after this video, to go and complete activity 2.1 on page 33 and activity 2.2 on page 34. Then you go and mark your own questions and check where did you go wrong, and go back, study it, answer it again until you've got your 100% for that question. Enjoy your day further, and I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you very much.